Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Sorry, my model.
Yes.
We're at Bobbie's house doing some cooking with some friends stuff for our family reunion, and I'm going to prep some buffalo wings that go in the oven. I almost said the refrigerator. The oven, but Troy is going to do, Bobbie's husband, is going to do some wings here in a minute, and he's doing his
On the pellet grill, regular grill, and deep fry.
Okay. And he's using though, and the sweet, right?
Yes.
Troy markets his own
So good.
seasonings. And there's a website. Is it called Troy Lee's?
Troy Lee's Seasonings on Facebook.
Yep. Okay, on Facebook. And so if you're interested in his spices, that's where you would look on Facebook on Troy Lee's Seasonings. But they're dry rubs, and he's got mild, and he's got sweet, and he's got another one. He said there were 3.
He's working on a third one. It's more of a spicy one. That's Troy right there.
Yeah,
you can
Troy.
ask him. He's
So,
sweet.
what was the third one you're working on?
A spicier, very spicy, wasn't it?
That's what I want.
I was asked about.
When you're done with it, that's what I want. Because we like spicy. So anyway, he's going to do his wings using the sweet seasoning that is his creation. So you ought to look that up on Facebook. But I'm not using that because I didn't even know he did it until we were talking about the wings. So that you learn something new every day.
Yes,
so I am going to do the oven buffalo wings, and I'm going to start with 3/4 cup of flour, and I'm going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper in that. And we were teasing Bobbie about what a 1/2 teaspoon looks like, but okay, with my nails I can't get
so many things.
I can't get the lid off. And I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. I got that one. I'm not totally hopeless.
Nope. You're good.
Yeah. So there's the garlic powder.
Yeah.
1/2 teaspoon of cayenne. And if you like it a little spicier, you can use more cayenne if you choose.
Well.
And I'm also going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of salt in there.
There's 7-Up or ginger ale or something that you
And
can
this
use
will
for
make
lemons or
20 wings. So if you buy the package of wings in the freezer section, it will make enough for those 20 wings. So I'm going to shake it up to mix my spices. And then I'm going to take my wing sections and I'm going to drop those into that bag. I told the girls they could go over there and prep their stuff. So Bobbie's cutting watermelon.
I
And
was looking up how we can preserve this. I know there's like water or 7-Up or ginger ale or something that you put in your mix
to keep it
fresh.
fresh, the watermelon.
Yes.
Huh. And then they're both going to do a recipe here in a few minutes. One of them is doing a taco salad, and the other one I'm looking really forward to as well. She's going to do a rhubarb ripple cake. And we have the recipe, but did you change it? Oh. So we'll tell you what changes happen. But it's so easy because you just shake these up to coat them with your flour mixture. And then we're going to put them on a lined cookie sheet and stick this in the fridge for an hour. And then we'll come back and show you what comes next with the butter and the buffalo sauce.
Oh, there's buffalo sauce on it?
Yeah. We prepped one of our types of wings earlier today. And then I melted butter and hot wing sauce and you take them off the sheet after they've set and you roll it in your sauce. And these are gonna go in the oven. And you're gonna flip them about halfway through the time. So we're gonna put these in the oven and they should be ready whenever we're ready to eat, whatever time that is. Okay, so we're here at Bobbie's house. Cousins,
Yep.
we're missing. Oh, Jackie.
Jackie.
I was gonna say we're missing one of them, but we're getting ready. We're like less than an hour out from when we're supposed to eat, and so.
Well, we didn't say eat. We said people should.
Oh.
It's the Griman family. Nobody's on time.
We said be here by one.
Sorry,
We didn't say
my
they had to eat
interpretation. My interpretation was all this food has to be done because we're gonna eat it with one.
Let's clarify.
Okay, so anyway, we're making a taco salad that will be eaten sometime today.
Yes.
And,
Around one-ish.
Around one-ish. So Bobbie already browned her hamburger, and there's 2 pounds.
2 pounds. Yep. Just because I like a little
Thank
bit
you.
more hamburger. The recipe does call for a pound, but
Hey, say that word again.
a pound.
No, what that is.
This is browned hamburger.
Okay.
What did I say?
No, you said it. Terry and you guys say hamburger instead of hamburger. It's hamburger.
That's because we were raised with a hamburglar.
Oh, okay, whatever. But it's just weird to me. Okay, so sorry. So in your hamburger, what do you gonna put in there?
Well, we are going to make our own French dressing because taco salad calls for a French dressing, and which is great, and you can use it right out of the bottle. But I wanted to be a little bit more fun, and I love to cook. Just kidding. But I do like to make my own stuff.
That is not what
And she likes to squeeze her own lemons for lemon.
Yes, and I got to do
moonshine.
plenty of that for
Yes.
moonshine. So I'm just getting my bucket full.
So ketchup.
Ketchup. So it's going to take a cup of ketchup. It's going to take 1.5 cups of vegetable oil, some white vinegar, small onions. So I'm going to start mixing everything together. So we're going to do this cup of ketchup.
When you're mixing those, you said it called for what kind of beans?
It calls for chili beans, but I am not a fan of chili beans, so I'm just using black beans.
And do they just dump
Just
in the
throw it in
hamburger?
there. Yep.
I can do that.
I'll bring it to you.
That is true. Okay, so I'm going to tell the story about this cup.
Okay, yeah. That's
Every
why
time-
you've been wanting to use it.
Yes, I've been wanting to use it. Every time we go to measure something, a liquid, I've gone to Bobbie, and I almost get this cup out. And it's got holes in it. So it's made for the beans.
It is made for, like, when you're rinsing off vegetables or fruits or beans
And
or stuff.
it is a pampered chef thing.
But it is tricky because it's caught me off guard because I have to wear glasses, but for some things and not for others.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't see the holes.
it would have been really bad if I went to get a cup of oil though and yes, use your container. Okay.
So, and this is calling for, so I put vinegar in, and now my small onion, I just took an onion and cut a part of it off, chopped it up, and
Do all of you guys like onion?
lemon juice, I do.
Okay.
Do you not?
I like it, it doesn't like me. But it's fine. I just, like when recipes call for half an onion, a lot of times I'll use like quarter of an onion.
Okay.
So I still use it, I just don't use as much sometimes as it calls for.
Freshly squeezed, see how I'm squeezing the bottle, lemon juice.
How many lemons did we squeeze? Listen to me.
I know,
How many
I like
did
how
we
they-
squeeze yesterday?
We squeezed over 20, because it was 8 for the one,
Mm-hmm.
and then 14, and then 4 more. So 18 and 8 is 26. Just a few.
Yes. Hand squeezed,
Manually.
yes.
Okay, and it calls for a paprika. So 1 teaspoon of paprika. and a half a teaspoon of salt.
If you don't have it, I have the salt shaker out over there, right there on the table. I put your enchiladas in the oven, just a little bit ago, cheese on. Yeah, you can see Jackie maybe in the background. She did her enchiladas last night, and Lisa is prepping some of her stuff. So
We got it going on. All right, so I have the salt, the paprika, lemon juice, small onion, vinegar, white sugar, ketchup, and the vegetable oil.
that's olive oil.
Well, I'm using vegetable oil. Or I'm using olive oil. Well, I'm using vegetable oil. Again, I don't like olive oil or vegetable oil, so I will use olive
She
oil.
really does get confused easily.
See ya? Yeah.
Have you tried my Ron's niece?
This is a half a cup.
So 1.5 cups?
Yep, 1.5
Okay.
cups.
And she buys like all of her olive oils. She buys some just plain olive oil, but like Tuscan and all
Oh,
of that
yeah.
to cook with. And
Oh gosh, there's so many. When we were down in Arizona, there's a olive garden that you could
I've been to
brewery
Olive
type of
Garden.
thing. I know. This is a fan.
Sorry.
Yes, it's just like that one.
You told me that bowl was big enough. I don't think it was.
Well, we'll make it work.
Okay.
But
Anyway,
we
olive oil.
could do They made their own olive oils and different oils there, and oh my gosh, the different kinds of oils there are. Olive oils there are. Mind blowing. Yay!
So your spice blend, while you're mixing,
Yes.
this spice blend, she was over here measuring a lot.
Yeah.
So this will be posted on the
Yeah.
recipe card, but it had garlic powder and oregano and chili powder and pepper flakes, onion powder, cumin, which she took forever to find. Is that everything?
Yep.
See, you
paprika.
did need a bigger bowl.
I did.
Oh, and it had paprika in it as well.
And chili powder. I got the chili powder.
They got stuck at the stop
Oops,
sign.
sorry. I just
All right.
apologize to the dog.
So this is, it does say you can use a blender to blend this up real good to get the olive oil mixed in, or the oil, whatever oil you use.
So what do you have to do next? I can stir while you do it.
Okay. I'll let you do all the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Hard labor,
I know, I
lady.
squeezed all those lemons. It's
And then now we're gonna mix in the black, oh, you've got the black beans
yep,
in.
did that.
And I'm gonna put in the seasoning. All that mixed up nice
And when you
pretty.
browned your hamburger, you put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Well, actually
did.
I did, but you told me to.
Yep.
In it as well.
Yes.
Do you do that with?
Pretty much
your
anything
hamburger?
that I use hamburger with. I'll
Because
put
you
it-
have fresh
Yes.
ground beef.
Yep. Yep. And then it just takes a little bit of that, not that it's a bad taste, but it just takes more of that beefy taste out of it. Alright, so I got this mixed up.
So we're back. And in the middle of taco salad.
So again, I don't cook very often, so I always have to reread directions, and then I had to cook this all together. So now we have the taco seasoning in here, the beans, and now we're gonna pour in the French dressing.
That's a lot of dressing. It's gonna be nice and gooey.
Got that, and we'll mix that in nice and good. Oh, this is the best gooiness part.
And then you have a full head of lettuce
Yep.
that you tore.
And the tomatoes, so we'll throw those in there.
And they're just cherry tomatoes that you have.
Yep. And you can use regular tomatoes and chop them up. Do whatever you want. A lot of people don't like tomatoes, so I like to make these, and then they can pull them out if they
Right.
want to
Right.
do that. And then I will pour in my lettuce. There's Dorito chips back there.
Just to see if it balances
Right.
Yeah, you can break some of them up.
Some? What is some?
A bag. You don't need to do both bags. So it calls for
Jackie's getting violent.
it calls for a bag of tortilla shells too, but I use the Doritos taco.
Okay, now say taco.
Taco. What's wrong with taco?
Nothing. You were fine with taco. At first you said taco. We're all of
And
you in here on
two
the hamburger conversation.
The hamburger.
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 Now she's gonna say it different.
Yep.
Evidently, I say.
How do you say hamburger?
She says hamburger. Do you hear the difference?
No.
I say, when I talk about, I say angel food cake, and evidently I put the emphasis on the wrong place. Brian gives me a hard
Say
time
it
on
again.
angel food cake. I don't know what's wrong with how I say it, but
Right.
evidently he thinks something is.
I don't think so.
So do you put the chips in now, or you let people put the chips on their plate and...
Usually we put them in with the salad. So I probably will do that right before we
serve it. Okay.
So they're crispy.
Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.